we are going to discuss related to the stresses due to the internal pressure and the combined loading. That means the overall stresses that is occurring in a vessel. Basically, the different stresses that will be occurring are vessels subjected to the internal pressure and combined loading. Now, if you will see this figure, here the tall vertical column that is available, and this column is attached with the different pipes, the different instruments, different inlet, outlet, side streams, vent, drain, then the ladder platform, the side supporting platforms. All these different attachments are there, and there is a fluid inside this vessel. So the different stresses that will be acting on this vessel, that will be taken into account, and these stresses are because of the one, internal pressure, two, that is the weight of the vessel itself, three, weight of the vessel content. There is difference between the weight of the vessel and the weight of the vessel content. Fourth, the wind load acting on the vessel and the pipelines attached to the vessel. Now here you can see a bottle that is a vessel and the vessel content. It is the total weight that is to be taken into account. Weight of the vessel plus weight of the contents. Then the wind load that is acting on the vessel. Then the pipelines that is attached to the vessel. So one by one we will see the different stresses because of the various loads. First is the internal pressure. This internal pressure induces the circumferential stresses and the longitudinal stresses. The circumferential stresses we have already considered, that is PD upon 2T, and the longitudinal stresses PD upon 4T. Then second and third, that is the weight of the vessel and the weight of its contents. This is the total weight of the vessel and its contents upon the pi t into the diameter, that is the average diameter, which is nothing but di plus t. These are the Fc is the stresses because of the vessel weight, and these are the compressive in nature. That means it is compressed because of the weight of the vessel. This is compressed. Weight itself is acting and going to compress. That means the load is completely occurring on this bottom section. Bottom section, all the load that is exerted. Then fourth, wind force. Now consider that this is a vessel, and this vessel is provided with a certain wind. If this is the wind which is acting, so there is the force which is applied because of this wind, and because of that the bending moment that will be acting on this. So wind force acting over the vessel induces the bending moment. Though force because of the FBM is nothing but the stresses due to the wind load occurring uh, occurring because of the bending moment, which is equal to M upon Z. M is the bending moment, Z is the section modulus of cylindrical vessel, which is nothing but pi di square upon T. Then fifth is the pipeline attached to the vessel. So there are different various attachment we have already seen in the diagram. That is the inlet outlet for the process stream, then inlet outlet for heating or cooling arrangements, then drain pipe, vent pipes, safety valve, rupture disc, the different instruments. So all these are not in a straight vertical direction, or it is not balanced completely. So some are attached to this side, some are attached to this side, some are here, some are here, and all this causes the imbalance into the vessel. Imbalance, and that creates a torque. This torque, all these loads are not along the axis of the vessel, and which is calculated as the Fs, which is equal to 2T upon pi di into T into the average diameter, where T is the torque. Then the total stresses in the longitudinal direction, that means the vertical direction or the axial direction of a vessel. We have already seen a vessel which is vertical direction, axial direction, or the longitudinal direction. Inside there is a pressure, then because of the wind, because of its own content, and because of the different attachments to the vessel. Now out of this, the total weight of the vessel which is acting in the downward direction, which is acting in the downward direction, that is nothing but a longitudinal direction, which is Fc. Then Fa is the axial or circumferential stresses, axial or circumferential stresses. So this Fa is because of the internal pressure. Again, this is in the axial direction. And FBM, which is nothing but the bending moment, which is also in a axial or longitudinal direction. So the resultant or the total stress in longitudinal direction, which is the FL, which is equal to Fa plus Fc plus FBM. Now what will be the resultant stress? The resultant stress is calculated based on shear strain energy theory. This resultant stress is calculated based on the shear strain energy theory. So this equivalent resultant stress is Fr, which is equal to Ft square minus Ft into Fl plus Fl square plus 3Fs square and whole raised to 1 by 2. It is tensile in nature, where Ft is the circumferential or the hoop stresses. So all these are the combined stresses.